The poison of unfulfilled lessons. In a prosperous kingdom nestled near the banks of a mighty river, there was a renowned teacher named Raghav. His knowledge of the scriptures was vast, and people came from far and wide to hear his teachings. He often spoke of the importance of spiritual growth, discipline, and living a righteous life. One day, a young man named Amar approached him after hearing of his wisdom. "Master Raghav," Amar said, "I have studied your teachings and the sacred scriptures. I find great inspiration in your words, but I struggle to apply them in my life. I wonder, what good is knowledge if I cannot put it into practice?" Raghav smiled gently at the young man and replied, "Amar, let me share with you a story that might help you understand." Raghav began his tale. Imagine you are given the finest, most precious meal, a meal that smells delicious and promises to nourish your body. But if your stomach is upset and you suffer from indigestion, that meal becomes poison. No matter how perfect the food may be, it can harm you if your body is not prepared to receive it. Similarly, if you do not practice what you learn from the scriptures, the knowledge itself becomes like food that cannot nourish you. It is poison, a waste of precious resources. Amar listened attentively as the teacher continued. "Now, consider a social gathering. For someone who is poverty-stricken, a social gathering becomes poison. A poor man may be invited to a feast, but his mind is consumed with thoughts of his lack of wealth, his inability to enjoy the luxuries of life, and his desperate need for sustenance. In such a gathering, he cannot find joy or peace, only a reminder of his own struggles. The gathering itself is no longer an opportunity for connection or celebration but a painful reminder of his emptiness." Raghav's eyes softened as he continued, "And then think of a young wife given to an aged man. While the young wife may be full of life, energy, and beauty, the aged man may find her presence to be poison. His body is frail, his desires are diminished, and he may no longer have the strength or energy to cherish her as he should. In such a situation, instead of bringing joy, the disparity in age and energy can create tension, disappointment, and sorrow. The union, which should bring harmony, instead becomes a source of discomfort." The sage paused, his gaze steady on Amar. "Finally, let me say this, just as a meal is poison to one who cannot digest it, scripture becomes poison to those who do not practice it. Knowledge must be put into action for it to be truly valuable. It must nourish your soul, guide your actions, and help you grow. If it is only admired and not applied, it remains an abstract concept, like food that is never eaten or a gathering that brings no joy." Amar's face brightened with understanding. "I now see, Master," he said. "It is not enough to learn, I must also live according to what I learn. Only then will the knowledge truly enrich my life." Raghav nodded with satisfaction. "Indeed, Amar. Knowledge without practice is like a seed that is never sown. It remains dormant, never giving fruit. Only when you put the teachings of the scriptures into practice will they become a source of wisdom, guiding you toward fulfillment and inner peace." Moral of the story: knowledge, whether from the scriptures or any source, is only valuable when put into practice. Without action, learning becomes like poison, a wasted opportunity that harms rather than helps. True wisdom is not just in knowing, but in living the truth you have learned. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.